Walking is good for your legs. Everyone says so. 30 minutes a day, 10,000 steps. Your fitness tracker reminds you. Health magazines recommend it. And it's true, walking helps. But here's what the fitness industry won't tell you. There's a faster way to build leg power. A movement that takes 2 minutes and delivers results you'd need 30 minutes of walking to match. Why haven't you heard about it? Because the fitness industry can't monetize simplicity. There's no gym membership for an exercise you do in your kitchen. No equipment to buy. No monthly subscription. No personal trainer upsell. The research has been out there for years, quietly showing that sit-to-stand exercises build functional leg strength faster than traditional cardio. But where's the marketing campaign? They don't exist, because simple doesn't sell. But simple works. In this video, I'll show you 4 levels of this chairlift from beginner to advanced, so you can build real leg power in minutes, not hours. No equipment, no excuses. Just you, a chair, and 2 minutes. Let's start with level 1. The assisted chairlift isn't the easy version, it's the smart version. You're using your hands not because your legs are weak, but because you're building form before you build power. Think of it like learning to ride a bike with training wheels. The goal isn't to stay here forever. The goal is to get the pattern right so your legs know exactly what to do when the support comes off. Here's how to do it. Sit toward the front of a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Your knees should be roughly aligned with your ankles. Place your hands on the armrests or the seat beside your hips, wherever feels most stable. Now, lean forward slightly from your hips. Bring your nose over your toes. This shift in weight is critical because it positions your center of gravity over your feet, making it easier for your legs to push you up. Press down through your hands and your feet at the same time to stand up. Don't jerk or rush. Move smoothly and deliberately. Once you're standing tall, pause for a moment. Then slowly lower yourself back down with control, using your hands to guide you. Keep your weight forward as you sit. Don't just drop into the chair. That's 1 rep. Start with 5 to 10 repetitions, once or twice a day. If your chair doesn't have armrests, use the edge of a table or countertop instead. You can also place your hands on your thighs and slide them down toward your knees as you stand. Just make sure whatever you're holding is stable and won't slide or tip. If you feel unsteady, place the chair against a wall so it doesn't move backward. And here's the key. Use your hands for balance and guidance, not to haul yourself up. You should feel your legs working. Your hands are there to support, not to do the lifting. That's how you build strength even in the assisted version. Now let's talk about why this matters. This matters because confidence comes before capability. You're not training to impress anyone. You're training so you can get up from a low couch without hesitation. So you can stand from a restaurant booth without grabbing the table. So you can move through your day without second-guessing your legs. Every time you practice this movement with support, you're telling your body, this is safe, this is controlled, this is possible. That confidence builds quietly. And when life asks you to stand up in a situation where you can't use your hands carrying groceries, holding a grandchild, your legs will remember what to do because you trained them when it mattered. Here's what's happening in your body. When you use your hands for support, you're reducing the load on your leg muscles just enough to let your nervous system focus on learning the movement pattern. It's not about making it easier, it's about making it clearer. Your brain is building a motor pathway, a mental map of how to shift your weight, engage your core, and drive through your legs in the right sequence. Once that pathway is strong, removing the hand support becomes simple. Think of it like tracing over a letter before you write it freehand. The shape is already there. You're just reinforcing it. You just built the foundation, not because you needed to start small, but because you chose to start smart. You didn't rush, you didn't skip steps. You gave your body the time and structure it needed to learn this movement the right way. That's not weakness, that's preparation. And now, when you're ready, you'll move to the next level with a solid base underneath you. That's how you build strength that lasts. Now let's get to level 2. Hands free. The support comes off. And here's what most people don't realize. This is where your legs actually start building real power. With your hands out of the equation, your quads, glutes, and core have to do all the work. No sharing the load, no assistance, just your legs and the task at hand. It looks almost identical to level 1, but the demand on your muscles just doubled. That difference, the one you can't see, is what builds the strength you'll use every single day. Here's how to do it. Sit toward the front of your chair, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. This time, cross your arms over your chest. You can also rest your hands lightly on your shoulders if that feels more comfortable, but don't let them drift down to help. The moment your hands touch your thighs or the chair, you're back to level 1. Lean forward from your hips until your nose is over your toes. Feel your weight shift onto the balls of your feet. Now, press through your heels and stand up in one smooth motion. No rocking, no momentum, just a controlled push from your legs. Stand tall, pause for a second, then slowly lower yourself back down. Keep leaning forward as you descend. Don't lean back into the chair or let yourself drop. Control the movement all the way down until you're seated again. That's 1 rep. Start with 5 repetitions. If that feels manageable, work up to 10. Do this once or twice a day. If you feel unsteady without your hands, that's normal. It means your legs are working harder than they're used to. You can keep one hand hovering near the armrest or table for confidence, but try not to use it unless you absolutely need to. Each rep where you don't touch anything is a rep where your legs get stronger. And here's the bridge to why this matters. You're sitting at a restaurant with friends. The booth is low, the table is close, and there's no armrest to grab. When it's time to leave, you have to stand up without holding on to anything. Or you're getting out of your car in a parking lot, arms full of grocery bags. You can't use your hands. Or you're playing on the floor with your grandkids, and you need to stand up quickly because the stove timer goes off. Life doesn't always give you something to hold on to, and in those moments, your legs either know what to do or they don't. That's why this level matters. Every rep you do hands-free is practice for real-world moments when your legs have to work alone. You're not training to pass a test. You're training so you can move through your day without hesitation. It's not about showing off. It's about being ready when it counts. Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that sit-to-stand exercises performed without arm support activate up to 40% more muscle fibers in the quadriceps and glutes compared to assisted versions. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between maintenance and actual strength building. Your nervous system is also adapting. It's learning to recruit more muscle fibers at once, which means your legs respond faster and with more force when you need them to. That's what makes you capable. This is where real strength starts. Not because level 1 didn't matter, it did. You built the foundation there. But this is where your legs learn to carry you without backup. Every time you stand up without using your hands, you're proving to yourself that you can. That proof builds quietly, 1 rep at a time, until standing becomes automatic again. Now let's move to level 3, controlled descent. Most people focus on standing up. That's the obvious part. You push, you rise, you're done. But here's what they miss. The way you sit down matters just as much, maybe more. When you lower yourself slowly and with control, you're training your muscles in a completely different way. It's called eccentric loading, and it builds strength faster than the upward motion ever could. You've been standing up in levels 1 and 2. Now, you're going to learn how to sit down like it's part of the training, not just the reset between reps. Here's how to do it. Stand in front of your chair, feet hip width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or rest your hands on your shoulders. Now, here's the key. You're going to take 5 full seconds to lower yourself into the chair. Not a quick sit, not a controlled drop. 5 deliberate seconds from standing to seated. Start by bending at your hips and knees at the same time. Keep your chest lifted and your weight slightly forward. Your knees should track over your toes, not collapse inward. Lower yourself slowly, counting in your head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you reach the chair before 5 seconds, you're going too fast. Slow it down even more. When you finally touch the seat, pause for a moment, then stand back up at your normal pace. The stand-up is regular speed. The sit-down is where the work happens. Start with 3 to 5 reps. If your legs start shaking, that's normal. That tremor means your muscles are working hard to control the descent. It's not a sign to stop, it's a sign that you're building something. If 5 seconds feels impossible at first, start with 3 seconds and work your way up. You can also keep your hands hovering near the armrests for balance, but don't use them unless you absolutely need to. And here's why this matters more than you might think. Every time you sit down quickly, whether it's into a chair, onto a couch, or into your car, you're relying on momentum to catch you. Your muscles aren't doing much. They're just letting gravity take over at the end. But that plop at the bottom, that's impact. And over time, that impact wears on your knees, your hips, your lower back. Worse, if you miss the seat slightly or sit onto something unstable, there's no strength left to catch yourself. You're just falling with style. Controlled descent trains your legs to stay engaged all the way down. It teaches your body that sitting isn't the end of the movement, it's part of the movement. That control protects your joints and keeps you stable even when the surface isn't perfect. Here's what people get wrong about strength training. They think lifting the weight is what matters. But eccentric training, lowering under control, actually creates more microdamage in your muscle fibers, which means more growth and adaptation when they repair. Studies show that the lowering phase of any movement can build up to 30% more strength than the lifting phase. You're not just working your legs harder, you're working them smarter. That 5-second descent is doing more for your muscles than 10 quick stand-ups ever could. You just trained like an athlete. Not because you're trying to compete, but because you're using the same techniques that build real, lasting strength. Most people rush through the descent because it feels like the easy part. You slowed it down. You made it deliberate. You stayed in control when your legs wanted to give in. And in doing so, you built more power in 5 reps than most people build in 50. That's not luck. That's training with intention. Now let's get to level 4, Advanced Challenge. There's a principle in strength training: progressive overload. Your muscles adapt to whatever you ask of them, and once they adapt, you need to ask for more. Level 4 isn't about making the movement harder, it's about making your muscles work longer under tension. You're going to add a pause. Halfway down, you'll stop and hold. Your legs will shake. Your quads will burn. And that discomfort? That's where the real growth happens. This is the level that separates maintenance from progress. Here's how to do it. Stand in front of your chair. Feet hip-width apart. Arms crossed over your chest. Begin lowering yourself slowly, just like level 3. But this time, when you're about halfway down, when your thighs are roughly parallel to the floor and you can feel the burn starting in your quads, stop. Hold that position. Your knees are bent at about 90 degrees. Your weight is forward on the balls of your feet. Your core is tight and you're frozen in place. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Then continue lowering the rest of the way down to the seat with control. Pause briefly when you're seated, then stand back up at a normal pace. That mid-descent pause is where the real challenge lives. Start with 3 reps. If 3 seconds feels too long, start with 1 or 2 and build up over the next week. Your legs will tremble during the hold. That's completely normal and actually a good signal. It means your muscles are working at their limit. If you need to, you can hold a light object like a water bottle, a small dumbbell, anything that adds just a bit of resistance in front of your chest. But only if the pause alone isn't challenging enough. Most people find the pause is plenty. If your form starts to break down, if your knees cave inward, or your chest drops forward, that's your signal to stop that rep. Rest for a full minute, then try again. Quality always beats quantity. And here's why this level matters for your everyday life. You're not always operating at full capacity. Some days, you're tired. Some days, your legs feel weaker. Some days, you're recovering from a cold or dealing with joint stiffness. Level 4 builds margin. It trains your legs to be stronger than they need to be on a good day, so that on a hard day, you still have enough. That extra strength, that reserve, is what keeps you independent when life gets unpredictable. It's the difference between struggling to stand when you're tired and standing smoothly no matter how you feel. This level prepares you for the days when everything isn't perfect. Here's what's happening in your body. When you hold that mid-squat position, your muscles are contracting but not moving. That's called an isometric contraction. It forces your muscle fibers to stay engaged without the relief of motion. That sustained tension builds endurance in a way that regular reps can't. It also teaches your nervous system to recruit more fibers at once and keep them firing longer. The result? Legs that don't just get stronger, they get more durable. You're not just building power. You're building the ability to sustain that power when you need it most. You just gave yourself an edge, not over other people, over decline, over the version of yourself that would have accepted good enough and stopped at level 2. You didn't. You kept going. You added challenge when you didn't have to, because you understood that strength isn't just about what you can do today. It's about what you'll still be able to do years from now. That's not vanity. That's preparation. And that choice, right there, is what keeps you moving forward on your own terms. You didn't just learn 4 ways to stand up from a chair. You built a progression. You started with support because that's where form gets built. Then you took the support away and let your legs carry the full load. You learned that the descent builds more strength than the rise. And finally, you added challenge without adding risk, proving you're advancing, not just maintaining. So which level will you start with tomorrow morning? Level 1 to rebuild your foundation? Level 2 to test your legs without support? Level 3 to train the descent? Or level 4 for the full challenge? Drop it in the comments. Your answer might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to get started. 2 minutes, 1 chair, 4 levels. That's all it takes to build leg power that lasts. You now have a system that grows with you. You're not locked into one version. You start where you are and progress when you're ready. That's the advantage of building smartly instead of just moving more. Your legs just got stronger. And more importantly, you just proved that you're still in control of your strength, your progression, and your independence.